Let's go. Hey, guys, we're back out here. Prime Sports Midwest Champions Village, 1550 Ocello Drive. Come on out. We're here till 1 o'clock. We got prizes going on. Rick's calling out prizes left and right here, giving stuff away. He's just throwing stuff out. Get it? That's right. That's what we're here for. Powered by Alternative Insurance. Check them out, alternativeinsurance.com, and see the logo up there. We'll have the link in the description. We want to do that. We want to make sure we appreciate our sponsors. Today, look at that. This hour, we've got Jacob Walters from Jaw Bats here today. Man, good to see you. Good to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you.
We hadn't met before.
Yeah,
and
great to meet you.
Just chatting about baseball. Talk to the folks a little bit about your bats, bud.
Yeah, so I guess the story is, back when I was 15, I loved woodworking, and I got into making bats and making them all by hand, and it was one of those things where obsessed over it, and of course played baseball, and then always made bats for my buddies, and fortunate enough to have buddies that would take the hit and swing my bad bats, but yeah, just obsessed over it. Went off, played college ball at Neosho back in 2012 and 13, and then going into my sophomore year is when I started the company. Whatever that meant, at the time I got my official LLC, and just went from there. Took to social media and built the company that way, and stopped playing after my 2 years, and time flies by, so here we are. Had a company for almost 12 years now, and I love every day of it, so it's a good time.
There's a bat over here, guys, that they made. This had to take a while, but it's a SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Bat. And I'm looking at, yeah, dude, right?
That's the best.
Why SpongeBob?
So one of our guys, Jack Jones, he plays for Building Champions in Kansas City. He's a Tennessee commit, and he came to us to do a custom bat, and he said, why not, let's do a SpongeBob. And I was like, okay. So we did a SpongeBob, and they hit off really well, and they're a huge pain in the butt to make because they take forever. But it's all stencil, airbrush, hand painted, so it's a good time. But they're a fan favorite for sure.
Fan favorites?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I think it's interesting when you look at the difference in the bats. I like pretty bats.
Yeah.
And you guys have some pretty bats.
I appreciate
I love
that.
the multicolor. The fire burnt, and with the two-tone, with the two colors.
Yeah.
Those aren't easy to do, are they?
No. The way we've set up our production, it works for us. Obviously some bats we can't do a lot of, like the SpongeBob, because it takes so long.
Sure.
The more standard two-tone or one-tone, or, even like what you were talking about, they're not too bad. They take a little bit of time, but with our production, it works for us. And that was always my thing was, above anything, it was always feel and performance was number one. You can have a pretty bat all day long, but if it doesn't perform, then what's the purpose?
Right.
The look of them was kind of more of a marketing ploy, to make us different from everybody else. So we like to say we catch your attention with our colors and finish work, but we keep you coming back with the performance. So that's everything for us. So.
It is about performance.
Yes.
Everything. And you guys, the maple, do you do ash as well?
Maple and birch now.
Maple and birch.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between maple and birch?
So the two big differences, they're very similar grain structure. Birch has a little bit of a longer grain structure, a little more flexible. It tends to, you got to break it in to make it harder. Birch is better at lighter weights. So if you're swinging a big barrel, trying to get to a drop 3, I would suggest swinging birch because it's denser at lighter weights than maple. Maple doesn't like to be light. So if you're swinging like a 271 style, which is a quicker taper, we suggest going maple because it's denser at higher weights. So
gotcha.
That's the two biggest differences.
That's too big.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about getting into other woods, or is it just hard to come by? How does that work? I mean, I don't know anything about the manufacturing. It's kind of interesting to me.
We used to do ash. There's a beetle taking out all the ash trees. It's destroying all the ash forests up in the Northeast.
Wow.
So we've gone away from that. Not a lot of people swing ash anymore. And we brought birch in a few years ago. We used to just only do maple. But those are two of the main woods that everybody swings, so that's kind of what we stick with. we're known for our high-performance, solid maple or birch bats, so that's just kind of what we'll stick with. I'll keep the options open for a composite, maybe,
Sure.
but other than that, that's unless something else comes along.
I think the composite is interesting only in the sense of the younger kids,
Right?
Because you want durability in a wood bat,
Right.
So when you're swinging that, you're breaking them. It gets costly,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The composite bats are great for what they're good for. They may not have as good a performance sometimes, depending on the wood. But like you said, they're meant to not break. So it's great for youth. Bomb bats are great for college guys. I swung a bomb bat in college. But if you do have a really good piece of maple or birch and you find the barrel, it'll last you for sure.
Right.
A lot of kids can't find the barrel sometimes. So.
Yeah. And, I've seen, just different bats, swinging woods and whatnot. If you take care of it, you do it right, like you said. Yeah, you're gonna catch one and handle at 95.
Exactly. Nothing's lasting much on that, but you never know. So.
That's the way it works.
Right.
That's right. Hey, Jacob, I appreciate you taking the time, buddy.
Yes.
And
thanks for having me.
No, man. I see we got some kids. Brendan Pyle was down there swinging your bat. The hockey puck is big.
It's big. Yeah. Yeah, people love it. And everything's always a personal preference, of course. And it's just one of those things. If it works for you, then swing it. It does have some benefits. It allows you to get to certain pitches that you couldn't get to before with that counterbalance. It kind of whips through the zone quicker.
Sure.
And we've got guys that it doesn't work for. So.
And that's what he said when he was swinging it. I want you to cue that one up, Drew, and we'll show that when we're done here with the conversation. Show Brendan Pyle swinging that jaw bat because we caught him in the cage with that. And he was chatting about, and that's one of the things he said is the balance of it when you come through, and that's what Rick was talking about with that. And I wouldn't have thought that.
Right, yeah, you wouldn't think that little bit adds that much, but it does. It almost makes it an effortless swing. We had a guy that played for Fort Scott in Kansas, and he won the batting title, home run leader, and he had very, very fast hands, and it was too fast for him. So it's like he was through the zone too quick. So that was interesting, but he likes a really end-loaded model. And so, it's trying to fit guys for their swing and what feels good to them. And I think ultimately you try not to overwhelm with information, and if it feels good, swing it,
Do you guys customize bats like that for particular guys?
Yeah, that's really what we're known for besides the crazy customs is the fittings, the custom fittings. So we bring guys out to the shop. We have them fitted for a certain model that works for them. If we don't have the model in the machine, then I'll make it by hand first, and then we draw it up and put it in the machine. So that's my favorite thing is to make sure guys are swinging bats that feel good to them,
That's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you.
We got that cued, buddy? Go ahead and roll that. We're going to check this out. Jaw bats, Brendan Pyle from Fort Zumwalt East, Mizzou commit, swinging this bat.
Awesome.
Go ahead. Okay, guys, we're back over here. I hope you enjoyed that shot. We're here with Jacob Walters from Jaw Bats, and right behind me here, Coach Mason Horn, CBC. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well. It's Christmas here. There's nowhere else to be right now. This is awesome.
I love that. He said that too when I first saw him. He goes, "It's Christmas." I was like, "Oh yeah, really? Huh?" Bats. Have you heard of jaw bats before?
I haven't actually. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Yes, exactly.
We were talking about the bats, what's going on with them and whatnot. Your kids swinging bats. Talk to us a little bit about that. Does it matter?
I don't care as long as the ball goes.
Yeah.
The ball's traveling. The kids, they're like gloves. They find what they think. I think initially it's more about how it looks and the hype of them, and then once they get them in their hands and how they feel,
right.
and what the in some cases what they sound like. But I don't care what they use as long as they're legal and the ball jumps.
It's all about production.
That's right.
All about production.
When we were talking about bats, wood bats, things of that nature, do you like to see the kids train with the wood bats, in the off season?
I do, definitely in the off season. I think they find the barrel more. They get instant feedback. In the spring, I tend to get away from it a little bit because we just, we play every day. So, those different feels, I'm kind of old school, I guess, in that sense. I don't want to mess with that feel too much, but definitely in the off season, I think they should play around with as many different weights and different feels in the off season. But again, once the season starts, then let's get our bat that we use on an everyday basis and go with it.
I like that and that's one of the keys, and especially with a wood bat, developing the sweet spot, right? Because finding the barrel. I think if you see a young man who's barreling the baseball with a wood bat, his swing is working, isn't it?
I think so, yeah, definitely. It's probably pretty short to the ball and pretty true. And then it's just, again, how consistently do they do that? And I think with aluminum, there's more wiggle room, of course, and so again, I think definitely the more they swing wood, especially in the off season, as they're fine tuning their swing and things of that nature, is always a good thing.
Jacob, with that, and that's what we were talking about, developing bats, developing wood bats. Sweet spot's a huge thing, and the forgiveness in that, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing better than seeing a little guy swing a wood bat for the first time, and he catches one off the hands, and just the pain that he feels from a nice cold day. But yeah, that's what we're always trying to maximize: sweet spot size with feel. Obviously you can't give them a bat that they can't handle. That's the biggest frustration with wood to metal is these metal bats. The barrels are so large and the sweet spots are so big that you tend to lose that with the wood, and anybody can be a great hitter with a metal bat, but like you were talking about, if the kid can hit with wood, then he goes to his metal, he feels like Superman. So I love what you said there about practice with what you hit with in the spring. I don't think there's a need to change that. Train with wood in the winter, and do your training tools with short trainers, weighted trainers, and then when you're ready to go play with what you swing. So
yeah, I like that because I was talking with Rick the other day as we're getting ready for the demonstration here, and that was one of the biggest things that we discussed was it was on our show. That's right, we did on Tuesday, talking about forgiveness in the bat, in the aluminum bat. You got a bigger sweet spot, you may get that forgiveness, but if you catch that barrel wrong with a wood bat, your hands, you're going to feel it.
Right.
And especially here, I think it's interesting, though, early on when you're getting them cold days, sometimes you want to, if you got a composite bat, you got to watch the temperature early in the spring, don't you?
Yeah, well, I think around here we watch it every day, right? I mean, I think it's it's just something you got to deal with, and I remember in the old days, I don't pay this much attention, I probably should, but in the old days when I played, I mean, we were taking bats and throwing them into the bathrooms in between innings, trying to keep them warm because they were breaking, and the technology has gotten so much greater now, and even with wood, and so it's like I said, I think you just get out there, find what feels good. If you got good success with it, roll with it. And I think once they get kind of they get kind of an allegiance to a specific type of feel, then they just kind of roll with that for as long as they can. I know, like Ryan Stevens played for me, and he was this particular bat and stayed with it and didn't care, and obviously had good success. So.
I remember Ryan Stevens. Yeah, he swung the bat very well. Guys, I appreciate Jacob Walters. Guys, go check it out. Where can they find you?
Jawbats.com, and then our social media on TikTok at Jawbats and Instagram at Jawbats. So,
absolutely.
Awesome.
Coach Horn. Hey, come check it out. We're going to have Coach Horn on the show here in the future. He's coming on. Check us out. Yeah, be fun. We're going to talk a little more baseball. Guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to get these young guys over here and talk to them about how they swung some bats.
Okay.
Jacob, pleasure to meet you. I'll catch you, man.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, fellas. Come on over. We're going to get these guys over here talking some chatting up. Come on, sit down right there. Now, you got to hold the mic up to where we can hear you. There you go.
Uh-huh.
All right. Tell the folks your name. Because we're live.
Yeah, I'm Easton Martin.
So you got to watch your P's and Q's because Mom,
Yeah.
Right? You're Easton?
Yeah.
All right, Easton. Your dad showed me game last night. Was it last night? Last weekend?
Uh-huh.
Getting in the box. You're looking good, bro. You look real professional. You're
Thank
like,
you.
hey, Blue, give me some time here.
Yeah.
And then you shot one in the gap to the wall there, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a big hit.
Yeah. It was
I
off
love
my
that.
friend from school, too.
It was off your friend from school?
Yeah.
That even made it better,
him.
right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, talk to us a little bit. We're going to show your hitting here in just a minute. You guys we had you mic'd up in the cage. But talk to us about what bat do you use right now?
So right now I use a 31 drop 5 Cat X composite.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I like it. I like the Connect better, but because I use that today and I like it better, but composite's still really good.
Yeah.
I don't like how it's got the connector, because sometimes I'll hit it close enough and it will kind of hurt my hands. But the other one, I feel like I hit it farther and harder.
Yeah.
So.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, Easton, we appreciate you stopping by. We're going to get your buddy over here in, and then we're going to show the script.
Okay.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Let's get come on in here, buddy. Oh, no, man. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Now we're live.
Alright.
P's and Q's, right?
Yeah.
Say hi to Mom.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Ben McCormick.
Ben McCormick here. We have you in the cage as well. We're going to roll that here in a minute.
Okay.
Show the folks how you're swinging the bat. You up for that?
What?
You up for that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Talk to us. What bat do you swing right now?
I swing the Meta, the 2020, I think it's the 2023 Meta, it's the green Meta. I like it. I want to look for a new bat, though. I think I like the Victus Vandal, but I also like the Rawlings Icon, too, so.
So it's now,
Yeah.
so you swung the Icon today.
Yeah.
And you swung the Vandal today.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about this, right?
Yeah, it's cool, because, you can take all these bats and swing them all and find out which one you like the best.
So talk to me about the Icon.
I like it because it has like a big sweet spot, and it's a two-piece bat, so
Yeah.
I like it, and it's like a composite, and I like composite bats. To me, they have a little more pop.
So
Yeah.
now, though, the Vandal, which
Yeah.
you really liked as well.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. The Victus Vandal. Talk to me about that bat.
So I like that bat because it's lighter, and I can get a faster swing speed, and it has like a big barrel, and
Yeah.
I like that, so yeah.
There you go. You got a
Yeah.
big decision to make, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Ben McCormick, say hi to the folks again.
Hi.
All right. Hey, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Did you have a good time today?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Hey, my crack engineer over here, say hi to Drew for me.
Hi, Drew.
He's gonna roll your video here, so you guys make sure you subscribe back over here.
Okay, yeah.
Subscribe to Youth Baseball Midwest.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see what you got the show here today.
Okay.
Show it to your friends. Say, I'm a big star now.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Hey, Easton, nice. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
What can we
Hey, we're picking some winners. We'll come back to that real quick. Just a second, guys. Our fellas are picking some winners here.
Number 607097. 607097. 607097.
Got a winner.
Ta-da! Winner, winner, winner. All right, guys. They're going to get a picture, and we're going to get back to our swings in the cage here.
Thanks, Cam. Either. I need the login for Facebook. How do you share out the link?
So talk to me about that.
I like how it's like super light.
Yeah.
I can get my hands fast and get around the ball. I liked how the ball hits off of it and the sound of it. Yeah, Victor's Vandal. So, he's the mine. Yep. I like it. Nice. On the hands. That was a good sweet spot.
So now when you do it, it comes up in your use.
Missed that one.
Sharing a friend's time.
I got that one good.
Share to newsfeed or story, share on friends' timeline, sharing a
That was
group,
better.
sharing an event, sharing a private.
Yeah, it kind of like jumps off. That felt good right there. Oh. How many do I take? All right. Oh. Yeah, I felt good.
Hey, let me stay right there.